Hello beautiful people, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Winnie. In today's video we are going to be learning how to make this very beautiful 3-tier dress. It is very easy to make and it is beginners friendly. If this is what you would like to learn, keep on watching, like my videos, share with your family and friends, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out anytime I upload a new video. And without too much talking, let's get straight to the honey of the video. Let's go. I love you. Hey beauty, welcome to my channel. I'm using this Ankara for mine. It's about 4 yards, but I advise that when you want to make yours, make sure you have about 6 yards so that it can be more than enough, because I was just managing. So the first thing I'm going to do is to fold my fabric using my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and then I measured out the length, my half length, that's from my shoulder to my very close to my navel, not really close to my navel, that's the half length. And then I measured my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and I'm cutting that out. Then once I was done, I went ahead to cut the back also. This does not really have a zip at the upper part, but I'm going to be cutting it with a zip allowance so that by the time I'm shaping it, I'm going to shape it out to form the rope edge also. So I'm just marking it out now, and then I place the front on it, and I place my zip allowance of about 1 inch at the back. So I placed my zip allowance of about 1 inch at the back, and then I cut that out. So what I'm going to be doing next is that I'm going to measure my shoulder divided by 2 plus half inch, my armhole depth, and then I'm going to connect that. I also went ahead to mark out my 1 inch of shoulder slope. So I marked my neck width of 3 inches, and then I connected that to the shoulder slope. So once that was done, I measured out my neck depth for the front. I measured out a neck depth of 3 inches for the front. So I'm going to be cutting the front neckline first. So I measured a neck depth of 3 inches, and then I cut that out. The back neckline is going to be very deep, not so deep, but it's going to be deep. So what I'm doing now is to mark out my waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and then I'm just going to cut off the excess like that. So I am marking the wrong side now, and now I took away the front, and I'm going to be working on the back now. So the back, I just went ahead to mark out my zipper allowance, and then I measured my neck depth of about 6.5 inches. You can do 7, you can do 8 inches. So I measured out my neck. It's a V-neck line. So if you are doing this, make sure that your neck is very deep so that it can cover your bra by the time you wear it, so that the hole at the middle can cover your bra. Use a neck depth of about 7 or 7.5, then leave a space at the top. Okay, you are going to understand now. So after I measured my neck depth, I went ahead to leave a space of about 2 inches. So that space is what I'm telling you that you should leave about 3 to 4 inches. All right, so then I measured 3.5 inches from the midpoint, and I connected it like so. So I'm going to be cutting it out. So that small space in the middle, you should leave about 3 to 4 inches, so that by the time you wear it, it's going to cover your bra line at the back. So this is what it is going to be looking like. This is what it's looking like. So, and that is where my my rope is going to sit. So I've gone ahead to attach the lining to the front, and this is the back. I didn't attach the lining to the back because I want to show you how to sew your rope. So I've cut out a strip of about 5 inches wide and about I first cut out 60 inches long, but I realized it was too long, so just make do with like 40 or 50 inches because the rope was really long. So now I am folding it into two like so, and then I'm going to stitch it, the two ropes. Once the rope is stitched, the next thing is to turn it to the right side, and that is what I'm doing now. And then you are going to give it a very nice press. So by the time you press it, make sure that the part that is stitched is at the back of the is on one side, so that it will fall at the back while the flat part will fall in the front. So once that is done, I've gone ahead to iron it. As you can see, the part that I stitched is facing me, so I placed the rope right side facing, and then I also placed my lining on top of it, and then I'm going to stitch it down. So I'll first stitch my neckline, then I'll stitch all the way to the rope and also stitch it down like so. I'll also stitch the side of the dress. So once I was done, I went ahead to place notches all around, and then I am going to turn it inside out like so. So that is what I'm going to do to the second part too. So this is the second part, and it's also neatly sewn, and that is my rope sitting pretty. So now once this is done, just give it a good press and then place your front on your back and join it together with whatever allowance that you left. So now for the down part, let's do a little calculation. The waist is 34, so the half length is 15. So 34 minus 15 is going to give us 25 inches. So that 25 inches is what we are going to divide into 3. If you are seeing any hand, that's my student's hand. So you are going to divide that 25 into 3 because this thing is like a triangle. It has 3 steps. So 25 divided by 3 will give me something 8.333. So I just went ahead to add allowance to that and then approximate, and I just used 9 inches and also I added 1 inch allowance, so it gave me 10 inches. So that means that each step of this triangle is going to be 10 inches. So now you can decide to fold your lining into a triangle, but I am trying to manage this fabric because it's just 4 yards, so I'm going to be using an A line. So what you are going to do is that you are going to use your hip divided by 4 plus extra 2 inches for ease to fold your lining. You know, I made a mistake here. I didn't use the hip, I just folded it and it was tight for the customer, so I had to lose it. So don't forget, use your hip divided by 4 plus extra 2 inch for ease to fold, because that was what we did and it gave us what we wanted. So once that is done, you at the top part measure your waist divided by 4 plus the seam allowance, and then just connect it to the triangle like so, and then you are going to measure the length of your lining. So the length of your lining should be 2 inches shorter than the normal length. You know the normal length is 24, so make sure that you cut a lining of about 23 inches. All right, the length of the normal length is 25, so cut a lining of 23 inches. So what you are going to do now is that you're going to separate the two, and then you are going to cut one out for the zipper allowance, and then I've gone ahead to pin it. So I marked out a zipper allowance of 1 inch, and then I went ahead to place it right side facing right side, and then I'm just going to sew with whatever allowance that I cut. So there was a bit of an excess here because I cut it together. All right, I didn't cut it separately, that's why I'm cutting off the excess. So just measure out your waist, then you know whatever allowance that is left, just use it to sew it all the way to the down part. So once that is done, we are going to be placing the Ankara ruffles on the lining. So now the Ankara ruffles, each layer is 10 inches. So I'm still going to divide this my lining with the 10 inches to make it 3 layers. So the first layer will be at the top. The second layer I just measured about 10 inches, and the third layer I also measured about 10 inches. So the lining is now divided into 3 sections. So that's the first section, 1, 2 and 3. So now for the first section, you're going to measure what you have at the waistline. So the waist is 34 normally, so 34 times 3 will give us 102. So the length of the Ankara, the width of the Ankara is going to be 102, and the length is going to be 10 inches for the first layer. I hope you understand. So now I'm folding my Ankara into 4, just a straight cut. So I'm going to be measuring the 102 that I have. So I've measured out the 102, and then I am going to measure out a length of 10 inches. Because the first layer has to be 102 inches long, and then I'm going to measure out a length of 10 inches, and then I am going to cut that out. So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to hem the down part and run a gather stitch at the upper part, which I have done here, and then I'm going to measure it all around. So it should give me about 34 plus extra 2 inches for zip allowance. So once I'm done, I'm just going to place it on top of my lining like so, and then I am going to stitch it down. So I've already stitched the first layer. So the second layer, you are going to measure what you have at that part also, and whatever you get, you are going to multiply that by 3 to cut out the Ankara fabric for the second layer. And that is what I am doing now. I think the second layer gave us about 23 inches, so we multiplied 20 for the front alone. That was 23, so for front and back it was 46. So we multiplied that by 3, and then we also used it to cut out the width of our Ankara, the length of the Ankara, and then we marked out the width of 10 inches again. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch what I'm doing. So I've cut that out, and then I'm going to be gathering it to that 46 inches. So by the time you are placing it, make sure that you go inward by about 2 inches so that it can enter inside very well, so it won't be showing at the lining won't be showing outside. So go inwards by 2 inches and then place your fabric on it. So for the second layer, you can add the 2 inches allowance or 1 inch allowance, so you can go inward by that 2 inches so that everything can sit neatly. So make sure that you go inside from the first from the first gathers by 2 inches so that your fabric will not be showing outside, your lining will not be showing. So whatever you've done to the first and second layer is also what you will do to the third layer. So by the time you are stitching it, you stitch it from the back like this, so that by the time you place it on top of it, it's going to be neat for you. So this was how it looked when I put my 3 layers. So the next thing is to add the upper part. So notch the middle of the upper part, and then also notch the middle of the skirt part, and then after that is done, you are going to place it on top of each other, right side facing right side, and then you are going to stitch it down. If you don't notch it, you might be confused because of the hole at the back of this upper part. So I'm going to stitch it down, and then once that is done, this is how it looked. So what I'm going to do next now is that I'm going to align everything properly. Don't rush, pin where necessary, and then I am going to attach my zipper. and also join the rest of the skirt part at the back around that zipper side. So make sure you are very careful at this point because you can ruin your fabric. Then I'm going to knitting the the waist part. So this was the final look, and this sleeve I just cut out 4 inches and then I pleated it all round. So this is the back, this is the rope. See how long the rope is, and then see how beautiful it looked. I also went ahead to knitting the waist part. As you can see the way I knitted it. I hope this video was helpful. Till I see you in the next one. I love you and I care. Bye.